That be crazy. Girl, I told you I was coming. Hold on, just give me a second.
Yo. Yeah, I gotta figure it out. I gotta take a new route. Probably to head out the south. Told her to calm that shit down. Money gon' turn things around. Making my family.
What word are we using today, Charles?
I don't really have any words because I'm on vacation and my brain is lackluster. So I only have
what's a word?
So I'm giving you guys very much so.
Ozio's Chuck.
I'm giving you very much so drunk man.
You're still drunk.
I'd like to welcome you guys to another impeccable. Is that a good word for you?
That's alright.
Alright.
Nah, I'm not feeling it. But
You're not feeling it? Alright. I'd like to welcome you guys to another monumental episode of High Coast the Podcast. And today we got two good guests with us. We got JohnnyJon and make sure I said this GKD.
Yeah.
Alright. So, alright, we got you guys here because you guys dropped a tape. And I'm just now getting hip to it in like the last week or so.
Yeah.
But it's a really fucking nice tape. It's really smooth. It's really cool. It's really groovy.
A lot of different things from the DMV music scene.
Yeah.
Some would say.
You know what I'm saying? There's sounds. There's different this. But first of all, how did you guys get started? Like, who's GKD? Who's JohnnyJon?
Go ahead.
Alright, so I go by GKD. My name's David, so it stands for Great King David, basically.
Okay.
But I would say, music really just started from like random freestyles in the car. You know, that's where it all came from.
Yeah. And I started producing music maybe 5-6 years ago. So I've been doing it for a while.
Okay. So how do you go from production to making this cool ass, groovy ass tape? Because this is your like first real project.
Yeah.
So like, how does that work?
Shit. I mean, yeah, he basically what he said, it started in the car, like freestyling, then we decided one day to like actually make a tape.
It was a drunk ass night. It was like, nigga, let's do this shit. We can do this shit, bro. That's basically how I kind of started. And that's when Sabago's the one we told y'all about, the one on April 10th.
Yeah.
He's from Montreal, so he came down and he was like, we already came up with the idea, but he was drunk too, so he was like, nigga, let's do this shit.
Yeah.
He was like, nigga, we been planning on doing this shit. Yeah. But that's really when it came all together, you know what I'm saying? All three of us came up with the creative ideas as far as listening to John's beats, deciding what we're gonna do to them. The process is really like organic. Like we hear the beat for the first time, and we always record that first time hearing the beat. So like, you get to see everybody's reaction and what everybody comes up with right there on the spot, and then we just kind of build around it. Yeah.
That core idea.
So let's go through the songs because I feel like it's a 6-song EP, and this is sort of like y'all introduction to the music world. Now you say you're not a group.
No,
not necessarily.
Not necessarily, but I guess you guys are collaborators.
Yeah.
So for this, what was the process for making April 10th? You said featuring Sabago. Like, what was the actual recording process for making that song in particular?
So after that night, and we decided that, hey, we're gonna do this, we pulled up to John's crib, and then he just started playing all the different beats, like random beats. And then they stumbled across this beat, and then we listened to the beat, and then I don't know, I just started coming up with something off the spot.
Off rip.
Like immediately. And actually all of us came up with our parts. Like everything you hear in that part, most of it was done immediately. Like came out organically just like that. And then basically he had two versions of the beat. Like when you hear the first part and then the second part, this dude, it's actually the same beat.
Yeah.
The second part's just slowed down.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, so he was playing us to do 2 different versions at first and was like, which one do y'all want? And we actually have footage of it that y'all could watch where it's like, which one do y'all want? And we were like, no, we want the other one. Later on, we decided to blend it, you know what I'm saying, and put it together and just make it one track.
Okay, see, I'm glad y'all told me because we spent a good deal of time talking before with y'all, and we was really trying to get. We was like, yo, this sounds like literally 2 different songs.
yeah.
So you literally just slowed, like no changing, no.
Nah, it's so I sampled this song, and so I sampled like maybe four or 5 different parts of the song. So yeah, it's like 3 parts of the song on top of each other in the first half. Then the second half, it's like 2 different parts of the song.
Wow, that's some really dope shit.
Mind blown.
But like the drums still the same. Yeah.
Because I was thinking a lot through the tape. We'll keep moving on the next song. Oh, Sabago. How did he play? Like, I know you say he came down from Montreal, but like his energy, I think, and gives a different like feel to the song. So like, how was he in sort of the process and making that song in particular?
It was really, you know, he brings that like that hype nature to the song. You know what I'm saying? That hype, playful, you know what I'm saying, fun nature that people can relate to where like you could say some wild shit, but it's like, oh, he said it in a funny way. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't gonna take it too serious. You know what I'm saying? So that's really where he came in. I mean, he went to school with us too. You know what I'm saying? He's always been down here, but he went back down there to play ball, and then he just comes back every once in a while. Okay. But yeah, that's really him. And on top of that, he's like, when it comes to like all the creative things that we do, like the videos and the promos and stuff, he's the one, the collages, he's the one that creates all that stuff. Okay. So like that creative direction for real.
On one of the songs, someone said something about going to the West Coast, and then the vibe.
What song was that? Which one was that?
I went to the West and I'm feeling like Russell.
Oh, Juice?
Yeah. I was about to say, that's next.
Juice,
Let's get to the next song. I like how you did it, Mook.
Yeah, it's in my brain, bro. I was literally just listening to this song. And so, so I just want like, how does like, it gives me like a West Coast type feel, literally. So like when I heard that song, I was like, kill. I was like, just trying to give me a West Coast type vibe, and especially with Juice featuring Montez. But,
shout out to
you know what I'm saying? So I just want to know like the vibes for the whole tape, where they inspired from, and like how Montez feature come about, because I feel like he's like one of the only ones that's not part of the whole collective.
Shit, I made that beat. Well, mainly everything on this tape was made in my room back when I was staying in Lake Harbor.
Wow.
Yeah. So we recorded. Yeah, I mainly did all the recording. I had Montez pull up to my house to record. B Picasso, he did mainly all his recording here. And Sebastian, we went to the studio to record that part for April 10th. But yeah, mainly in Lake Harbor.
Wow. You were talking about Juice specifically, or?
Yeah. So with that song, like, I like it because, like you said, it has that. The whole tape is smooth, but in particular, that's laid back. I feel like y'all did a lot of R&B and like that's why I'm interested more about the sampling. I'll get to like what made you like, did you take risk with the songs you sampled? Like, how did you choose samples? Like, what made, because in particular, like I'm still mind blown the chop up you did with the April 10th. Now I'm gonna have to keep listening and waiting for that drop and being like, all right, what the fuck?
Yeah, so usually I just go on Spotify and listen to like random music. And just like, if I hear something I like, I be like, oh yeah, let me use that. Then I chop it up, put stack like different parts of the song. I don't like just using one loop. I like to like, if it's a part in 1 minute I like, and it's a part in 2 minutes, and 2 minute song, I like to put them on top of each other. And that way it come out fire. But for that song, I sampled a Sabrina Claudia song. Yeah, for Juice.
See, I like that. So how did you get the Tez feature? Was it something you just...
Yeah, I just hit up Montez because I've been listening to 15A. That tape hard.
Yes.
So, yeah, I was listening to that tape the whole summer. Then I was like, I want this nigga. I wanted him to get on Obama. Yeah. I had him. I wanted him on Obama, but he ended up wanting to get on Juice instead.
Real nigga.
Yeah.
Real nigga. I appreciate.
But yeah, I just hit him up and he just pulled up to my crib. He wrote that verse in like 40 minutes.
Wow.
Put it in the spot.
Yeah, I'm gonna say because this verse goes perfectly with Juice. Even though his flow goes amazing, probably with Obama.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I stand for it though.
Yeah.
Because Ted's ain't gotten his bag on that one.
Yeah.
Truly.
Got the water cup still put lemonade in it.
At the McDonald's.
Got the Shivani iced tea.
I got the juice food. I got the juice.
shit.
I got the shit.
I don't know what juice you got.
Nah, that shit was cool seeing him drop his I guess he dropped a clip of the verse. Was that down there in y'all spot?
Yeah, that was in my house.
Hearing that verse, I was like, damn, that shit is job tough. Then he put it on that, I was like, damn. It all made sense at that point.
Yeah, it's a super fire song and a super fire feature from. I like how y'all did that. I like how the song all comes together.
Yeah.
So, what I've been quoting
Get into your favorite song, Charles.
excessively today because I just think it's the most it made me smile. Like I heard it and it made me smile.
It's a mood for you.
Possibly. We love all women here. But Obama. Hold on, that's what it's called. Yes, Obama.
Yeah.
How did you guys put this together? Like, because this is my favorite song personally right now. It might change in a few weeks. Who knows? But like I said, I'm just getting introduced to the tape, so give me some time. But as of right now, my favorite song. How did you guys come up with just like all of it? Like, please give me
concept,
give me the ends. I want end.
Well, I wanted to do a song like One Train by A$AP Rocky, so like a posse cut. So I had hit up everybody. I didn't want nobody to hear each other's verses, so B. Picasso was the first person to record, then Dave recorded next, then Sebastian recorded next, then Over. Wow. So none of them heard each other's verses, so probably maybe then I think he heard Sebastian's verse. That was the only one he heard. Yeah. But other than that,
What was the I like you said, I know you're trying to, but like what was the idea of not letting anybody know what the other person said?
Because I wanted everybody to bring their own vibe to the song. Yeah.
You didn't want anybody to play off the other
person.
And do you think you ultimately accomplished what you were striving for in that sort of go?
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. I fuck with that song a lot.
Yeah. You said something interesting. You said that you're tired of listening to that tape. You're tired of listening to the tape, and then I played that song. You was like, nah, I like this. This is my favorite song. This is my favorite song.
Yeah. I always play that jump. That's probably like one of my favorite beats I ever made.
Truly, I really like the whole makeup of that song. Now, this one verse, I keep saying, this one bar, I keep saying, I'm quoted, not into BBWs, but I like a little fupa.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
First of all, tell him he's amazing for that. If you ever first of all, tell him he's amazing for that because I think when you rap and you said something earlier about how Sabago could say wild shit, but the way he says it, he came in so hard that he said that towards the tail end of the verse, and I was just like, how did anybody? I was like, I feel like people just, and I was just like, yo, that's so funny, and it was just like, it really truly made me be like,
yeah, I didn't really catch that till like maybe the third listen.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why when I heard, I was like, no one thinks this is funny. Cause I found it like, so shout out to
Oh wow,
that shit was fire.
And shout out to you for doing that. For having that idea. How do you get in your creative sort of mind to do things like that? Because that's something I think a producer who turned artist can do. I don't think like as an artist would you have thought to do that for your other, be like, yo, I don't want anyone else to hear this verse. Like,
I think that was kind of part of like besides me and Sabago, you know what I'm saying, we kind of feed off of each other at the same time since three of us are usually the ones freestyling. But on certain songs we did come up with the idea of, just listen to the beat, just play it. I think Obama was probably the only one we did that on. But we didn't do that on any other song actually. And that's because there was multiple pieces. Like originally it was supposed to be a 3-man project. Yeah. But he had to go back to Montreal. So that's why it was always both of us at the same time creating the songs together.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But after that changed and it was just me and John, then it was like, okay, everybody just listen to it on their own. Let's see what everybody comes up with. We're gonna put it together.
Okay, so that was the last song. I'm gonna guess that was recorded.
What was the last song?
The last song recorded was
maybe
probably Best Friend. Best Friend was probably the last song recorded.
So next song we have is Slat.
Yeah.
Featuring Omar.
For sale.
So, how did that come about? Once again, another feature. Is he part of sort of like y'all creative?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Homie.
I like that. You said Montez was the only. I like that.
Yeah.
I did my homework.
What brought that together in that song and made that come together and happen?
That was all. It's funny because we recorded that song the same day we recorded April 10th the first time,
Oh wow.
and everything. That whole thing was a freestyle.
Yeah.
It was a complete freestyle. It was like, hey, this song ain't done, but we got more time in the studio, so let's just say whatever we want right now. So it was really just a whole freestyle until it really got towards the end, and then we had to actually start coming up with shit. And that's when Omar, he already heard most of the song, and then he created his part.
Okay.
And there's Omar, the one that says slat in his rhyme.
On the song?
Yeah.
No, I'm the one saying.
Yeah. Slat.
Yeah, the whole
okay.
thing, the whole way through until he starts singing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, did you guys make a conscious effort to have sort of like everybody kind of come with the R&B vibe, even with like Tez, for what it's worth? His wasn't super rappy. It was, you know, like you said, the flow worked way better on, I think, that beat than maybe on the other one. So, was it a conscious effort to get a lot of like sort of just R&B kind of vibes?
Well, I listen to a lot of R&B, so I guess it just came naturally.
That was gonna be one of my questions.
Yeah.
That was one of, like, your recording process. Like you can just like tell like you listen to, if not current R&B, a lot of older R&B.
Yeah.
Like especially '90s, because like the fact that you flipped a Sabrina song, and made it very nostalgic. It made it sound like a John B type jump.
Yeah.
That's vicious, cuz.
Appreciate that.
Cause I was real like, it was real like when you said that, like it threw me off, because I had a question and I was just like, hold on, what? Like, how was that a Sabrina song? Like, and you know what I'm saying? So I was just like, that's why I was like, yeah, but like, who are some of your, like, obviously you probably got some current producer inspirations, but who are your older ones? Because I feel like you got some.
Not really. I just really started getting into music maybe 2010. So I really wasn't on old school music for real.
Wow.
Yeah, I first started listening to music when like Wiz came out.
I like that.
Makes sense.
I like that.
I feel like that's when a lot of people around here started listening to actual music.
Yeah.
We were go-go babies for a
Wiz
long
Khalifa,
time.
Cudi.
Yeah. I don't even actually like go-go for real.
Wow.
Yeah, I never been to a go-go.
Never.
Yeah.
Like never even like a school go-go.
Yeah. I've been to a school jump. You know what I'm saying? Not no
action.
Yeah.
Wow, you ain't never been to the
house
Icon?
party and you got the go-go playing, you know what I'm saying? I guess
Yeah,
it's
something like that. Right now.
You never been to the Icon? You never been to the Mad Chef? Ty? Wow. The Tunnel. I went to a New Year's Day party at New Year's Day go at the Tunnel once.
You're right, Charles.
Yeah, me and Curtis Lamkin, he took me.
Great days.
Great days. Wow. So next song, Best Friend. Best Friend is the most, in my opinion, like, I don't want to say poppy, but it feels the most like, hey, this is a radio hit. Like if I had to give like
I'll make one.
Yeah, if I had to make one and I had to decide like I'm going through these 6 tracks, this is the one that I'm trying to get to like top 40. That's one. So I'm curious.
To me, April 10th is the single.
Yeah.
And then Best Friend is just be like, all right.
Yeah,
this is the.
But I feel like the way music works, people like this, the nicer, you know, like April 10th is a little harder for some people's ears.
Yeah.
I think
that's when it's easy to listen to. Yeah.
It's easy to. It's like, oh, so for me,
bitches are okay with bringing that pussy to like all.
Bitches are ratchet.
Listen,
they
I feel like they're okay with that.
Listen to
yo, when I said I felt seen, bring the pussy to Lake Arbor. It's like wow. It's like you know when rappers be like saying stuff, it's just like you know
my life.
It's like wow, Lake Arbor, bring it here, like.
God.
So what gets it? But best friend, back to my actual question about best friend. Stop being a jokester. Gotta relax.
Sober up, Charles.
No, I'm not. Never.
He's fine.
Best friend. What? How do you? So did you go into it like with these sort of things that I'm saying? Like this is kind of a more friendly, like poppy. Like is that what you? Or you just making the music?
Just making it. Yeah. Made the beat. He came over. It was like 4 days before we was going to Canada, to Montreal and Toronto, and we was like, let's work on something new. I played the beat. And he just spit the whole thing basically right there.
Sheesh. You guys and y'all, both of y'all just started. When did you get into music, Dave?
I would probably say 2013. I started trying to make music. I actually recorded a couple songs. You know, I like experimenting with different sounds. So I think that's really what it is for me. I listen to everything. So I had
listen to some weird shit.
like if you ever get in the car with me and my shuffle.
I'm curious. What's the weird? You don't answer. We'll hit the answer for you. What's the weirdest thing, like, or what's the weirdest song type of shit that you've heard him play?
I don't even know the names of this shit. I be like skip. That shit.
Like, what does it sound like? If you had to mimic the sound of what, tell me what it sounds like.
What's that shit? Ali and AJ or something? He played some Ali and AJ. I think some.
Yeah, I remember. Hey, yo, that album is fire. That's not fake.
I was like,
so when I went to, I remember when I went to Nigeria, right?
Okay.
My parents sent me to Nigeria for school for a couple years.
Wow.
And I told them to pack my Usher Confession CD in my backpack.
Right.
And they put a fucking Ali and AJ.
Oh, wow. The disrespect.
And I was listening to that joke the whole first year. Like
that was your shit.
That was my shit. Like, no cap. But yeah, like I be listening to everything. Like I listen to some country music. You know, in the 2000s, you had that big like early 2000s hip hop phase, but there was a big like rock phase.
People
too,
know, like I like Sum 41, Good Charlotte.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like early 2000 pop is my thing.
Yeah, like you had a lot of Nickelback. You had a lot of like
if you play
No Strings Attached.
Yeah, if you play Madden.
Yeah,
No Strings Attached is a very fire album. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
I got hits for like one thing is like I like personally right now I'm fucking with the Doja Cat.
Yeah.
Like right now, it's literally Benny the Butcher and Doja Cat. And endless PG artists. Like low key, no cap.
PG.
No Wellin. No Wellin. Y'all niggas is doing it's so many different sounds. Like
a few of y'all on our podcast.
Yeah, like I listen
to all of y'all.
Yeah, like it's so many different sounds. Like it's not everybody is like doing the offbeat rap no more, which I appreciate. Like y'all really made, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all really made like a real like smooth
they were
like
purposely doing it. Like it's some niggas that was offbeat rapping, and then now they're on beat, and it's
I
just
didn't
like,
know it was
I'm
a thing.
fan
I
of
just
you.
thought they couldn't catch the beat.
Nah. Once I realized that like they were actually trying to, I was like, oh, okay, then I'm not as mad. Like you said at first, I was like, you guys should really stop if you can't catch the beat. But I realized that like some of them were really trying to like do
catch the
that.
beat.
Like
Yeah.
I was like, okay,
It's got Blueface, bro.
but like you guys definitely made something that's like. I don't think anybody in like here
Or elsewhere that I've heard.
like Sweezo makes something that's not like
They
y'all.
showed yesterday.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I like it because like his music is in particular to him, but y'all really made some real like R&B, hip hop with a blend of pop here and there. You know, like you said something about experimenting with sounds. Like, how does your like Alien AJ taste blend with? What do you listen to?
I've been playing that Snow Allegro album, Heavy Sir.
I don't like that.
Yeah, and Smino.
That's the two things I need to get into: the Snow Allegra and the Sir. I haven't.
Me and
those
fire
two.
too.
Snow Allegra is amazing.
I gave you the album, man.
You did, but I mean, I'm like I said, it's a lot. Like right now, between everybody from, like I said, people are really making good music here. So like, I'm really trying to tap into the fact that like, bro, bring the pussy to like Arbor. Like it's like I hate to say keep, but like it's something about.
Snow Allegra, but she ain't saying that.
But you know what I'm saying? It's something about hearing somebody say something
gonna
about
say
where
that.
you're from. I feel like y'all dropped like a Rose Bar reference. Like there's things that are said that when you like are from some place, it kind of just hits different. It makes it more enjoyable to listen to. In my opinion, so like I like hearing like you know somebody stamp and shout out,
and
you know talk about shit that I'm like, oh okay, you know, especially if I'm not here. To hear that, it makes it be like, oh, okay, like you know somebody sees me, like you know what I'm saying, like is that not what the music is about? Now you know it's like it's not always gonna be bring the pussy to the garden, but I do.
Mixtape might be able to get you to do that though.
Hey, listen, ladies. You heard the man. All right, and then final song we got on the joint is "Don't Say." Y'all need to do something soon again because 21 minutes is not enough time, buddy. It's just not enough time for
We
it.
just made a song last night. That was fire.
Okay.
But yeah, we always working. I got some shit like low key a tape with Montez on the way.
Are you on that?
Not yet.
No.
Okay.
But
Producer says not yet.
yeah, not yet. Gotta get him on there. But we gonna do a group tape with Sebastian, Dave, and me. Then I'm gonna do a tape with Omar,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna drop a tape myself.
What is Sabago gonna the Haitian who be smoking like a Rasta? When is he gonna see some music again? Because I really feel like you guys all have a nice, like the three of y'all when y'all make a song together. It really feels, if something feels right about it.
Yeah, it's kind of like our own little world for real. And we know each other's vibe, you know what I'm saying? We brothers at the end of the day, so you know what I'm saying? We kind of know. I think that's that's another easy part of like knowing each other's sound. It just kind of fits right in. So you know what I'm saying? So when he says something, it's like, oh shit, what you say? You know what I'm saying? Then I go in, he might hear some, and he's gonna be back on a project that we're doing. It's gonna be released summertime. Yeah.
Like
I
that.
say the name
Unison.
of it?
Come on, give us some exclusives,
So
bro.
the name of the next project is actually called Thank You Lake Opera.
Yeah.
It's just like,
That's the name.
it's just like,
And that's the one with all three of us on it. You know, so
that touches
joint
my
gonna
soul.
be crazy. And that joint comes with a whole nother
And
vibe.
no killers, this joint feels like a thank you to Lake Arbor in a way.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like
Exactly. So that's
y'all
really
told
what
the
that
story.
is. It's like wherever we get this to, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it really started from us mentioning that Thank You Lake Arbor, like that, bring that pussy to Lake Arbor. And from that one song, everybody was like, we fucking with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Lake Arbor was like, we fucking with y'all.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? From there, it's like, I think the push has really come from people we know. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had a pop-up. And shout out my boy Grillo. He was the DJ, but he was like, hey, I feel like all y'all niggas run the flowers, all y'all niggas from Lake Arbor. He was like, hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because it felt like a house party almost. You know what I'm saying? So when this gets somewhere, or if it gets somewhere, you know what I'm saying, the appreciation goes to when it gets there, appreciation all goes to Lake Harbor.
Wow. And speaking of, y'all got merch?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
talk
We
about it.
making
Try
a
to plug.
Yeah, he gotta make the website. He been bullshitting. He been bullshitting. Yeah.
It's almost up.
But yeah, we selling the hats for like 30, 35.
Okay, so y'all just got hats right now?
Yeah, just hats right now.
Okay.
You mentioned going to Montreal, Toronto. You guys went together.
Yeah.
How was that experience from a music standpoint? Like, what was it like traveling and sort of like, I'm sure you guys did stuff up there.
Yeah.
What was the process of like going together and working in that creative space?
So we usually do like a trip around August all the time. I remember we went like a couple years ago. We went for the Little Caravana in Toronto, and because he's from Canada but Montreal, we're planning on going to Toronto again for Caravana. But he said, y'all gotta come to where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? Stay down here for a certain time, because he's always like, yo, Montreal's way more lit than Toronto.
Yeah, I fuck with Montreal.
Montreal is actually way more lit than Toronto. It's only during that time, like that weekend, that Toronto's lit. After that, it's a normal ass city. as far as what we experienced. You know what I'm saying? So we were in Montreal. We brought the equipment down there, and remember, he went back early, so we're like, we could probably still do this joint tape, but you gotta record all your parts. So if we coming to Montreal, we bringing all the equipment, we setting it up in the Airbnb, you gotta record all your ish. We still bullshitted. You know what I'm saying? We were still bullshitting the whole time, so it didn't really happen, but the whole freestyling vibe was still there the whole time. And you know, when you go out and and you do different things, you have shit to talk about in your music. You know what I'm saying? Music is all experience based, so you gotta create new experiences in order to come up with new shit.
Snap.
Speaking of experiences, we glossed over the fact that you got sent to Nigeria. Like you try to sneak that, you just try to sneak that one right in there. Like, so first of all,
Why you get sent back?
Why you get sent? Like, there gotta be a reason, buddy.
I don't even know the reason.
I was bad as shit.
I had to say, like, there had to be a reason.
Let's call it spade a spade. Like, that's really what it was. I mean, it was when I was young too. You know what I'm saying? Like, my dad was taking business down there, so it was also just a good time to go down there as well. But you know what I'm saying? For the fact that I was a little rough around the edges, and I was getting into trouble. I was the first one to go out of my siblings, and eventually my other sibling, my older sister, she came with me. But it was a cool process, you know. Like it definitely changed me in different ways.
I wonder how did it shape your music? Because that's like, you went there like when, I'm guessing, like, how old were you? Like,
I was like 11. Came back 9th grade to go to Flowers, literally.
Wow.
Yeah.
wow. So that's what I'm saying. That's kind of an interesting age as far as music. Like, that's when people are started getting their own music. Yeah, you're getting your.
Another thing about this project, you know what I'm saying, as far as like everything like we created on top of the beats, it has like a vibe thing to it. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is really taken too serious. And as far as like just like African music in itself, it's not really about lyricism. It's not necessarily about anything. It's all about melody, flow, and just the feel of it. So that's really kind of my inspiration on music in itself. If I would, probably wouldn't catch me doing Afro beat or nothing like that. I may want to do a song here and there, but as far as just that feel, you know what I'm saying, I like that. And that's why I like the early 2000s the most, as far as like the time period of music.
And that's why I kept asking like about the vibe of the tape, like the feeling of the tape, because it's like it's actually a feeling to
exactly.
it. You know
when I come up with it, it's just like that sound comes out.
Yeah.
Say less.
What? So for you, how do you because y'all got into music, like normally people are like, I love music since I was like 5 years old. Like, you know what I'm saying, all that type of stuff. You guys are like, nah, I've sort of not stumbled, but this is just something I've come to find later on. He has an interesting experience with just like going to, and how that sort of shapes how he sees music. Do you have anything similar in the vein that just sort of makes you, because your producing style in particular to me is very interesting. Like, it's not erratic, but it's but it's here. You know what I'm saying? We're going places. You're working with sounds.
Yeah.
So like, how do you go from like someone who kind of not recently, but we're a decade now. Shout out to you for doing this music thing for a decade. A decade into like your music career, how do you sort of like come up with maybe not inspiration, but like how you feel about music?
Oh shit. I really don't know how to answer that, really. Yeah. I really don't know.
He's just a sponge. He just soaking everything.
Basically, yeah, soaking in everything for real.
Look at that.
So what made you even want to be a producer, bro?
I wanted to rap at first. Then I realized
tell them
I was
about
ass. So I stopped rapping, but I kept producing because I actually love to produce. So I just kept that going. And yeah.
Do you play any instruments?
Nah, I'm trying to learn the piano though.
Okay.
But yeah, not yet though.
So what? So you already knew you had to be you wanted to be a rapper, and so you wanted to make your own beats and rap.
Yeah. So I was gonna rap over all my own shit, but I can't write for shit. So yeah, that's a fail.
But you can make the shit out some beats.
Yeah. It took some time.
So
I was ass at first.
Yeah, so like, how does the writing process change then for someone who believes they were ass at first?
Practice, basically. Putting time in. Yeah, it eventually came together. I feel like I got extremely better within this last year, I would say. Yeah.
You said something interesting. It's not all about lyrics. It's about feeling. Is that the same way it works for you? Because I feel like there's an interesting dynamic to some of the songs where it feels like some of the songs are coming lyrics where we talk about that my SAT test, T.I. expeditiously. There's something to say about wordplay and trying to bar up.
Yeah.
So how do we juxtapose those two things?
I would say like the first initial contact with the beat is kind of getting all the thoughts out. You know what I'm saying? Just saying whatever you want, creating the melody that fits perfectly on the beat. At least I would say that's my process and probably most people's process. Get everything out. And then after you say all the reckless shit, you know what I'm saying? You know, niggas, you freestyle, we just say a whole bunch of reckless shit. You know what I'm saying? Then after you kind of get everything on the canvas, you start looking at certain words and it's like, okay, I'm going to take that out, I'm going to put this here. Oh, I had this quote I came up with a couple days ago, I'm going to fit this in right here. And you start piecing it together along that rhythm. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like you creating a beat with your vocals first, too.
Yeah.
Just like you do the beat and then you put meaningful words right there. You know what I'm saying?
So everything's freestyle, I'm hearing.
Yeah, everything's freestyle. Like
much.
April 10th was freestyle. Juice, the concept came up out of a freestyle. And then Montez got on.
Yeah.
So is it freestyle to plug in, or is it just straight every time? Is it we freestyle and we punch in?
Nah. So when I usually make the beat, then he come and I like record it on my phone, like take a video recording, then we play back the video, and like if we like this part, alright, we gonna record that. Then if we don't like that part, alright, trash that. We'd think of something else.
So you basically reference sample yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly. So like April 10th was probably
That's an interesting concept.
We definitely do sample ourselves. Like April 10th, I would say is the first song where it was like the whole song was done basically that damn day.
Yeah.
Through the freestyles alone. When we got to Juice,
my IG of that shit.
Yeah. The hook for Juice I came up with, I think, on the spot, but the verse I had to think of. I think I wrote the first part of the verse, and then the rest I had to think of. I was thinking of it for like 2 months. I was like, what am I going to say? Obama, I wrote that like 2 days after I heard it off of freestyle. Actually, I wrote that. I didn't freestyle that. Best Friend was freestyle.
Yeah.
Don't Say was the first beat he actually made in front of me. I think that was the first time he actually made a beat period in front of somebody. We was on the deck and he just started making a beat. I was like, "Man, what you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, I like that." And I thought that was an interesting song because now, as he was making the beat, I was just like mumbling stuff as he was making the beat, so it kind of he was able to hear somebody on it as he was making it, not have to come up and say, "Oh, with this person like this."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was like
So he like made the beat for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
How often do you do that for Dave?
A lot now. Yeah, you first person to hear all my shit. Basically.
All right, so I really like y'all need more songs so I could just be like, yo, yeah, give me more.
Yeah.
Give me more.
Yeah, 6 songs wasn't enough.
Just wasn't
I had to
enough.
run that joint back.
Yeah, we had like 10 songs, but we couldn't get them to sound exactly how we wanted.
So we
I
started
appreciate
cutting
it.
them down.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Don't listen. We just greedy motherfuckers around here. Ask Taz. He'll tell you. We be asking for a lot of shit. Yeah, we be asking for a lot of shit. And if y'all come back, which I hope y'all do, I'm gonna ask for some exclusives. Like this time, the first time, respect. Get y'all.
Now we know y'all don't smoke and y'all drink.
Yeah, I would see.
We gonna get y'all. I would have had this. Y'all weren't supposed to say.
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't see it going that way. Like, where you going?
It's all right. No, I'm saying musically, sir. We gonna get some exclusives.
Oh yeah, I need some some shit.
Getting Taz effect. We circle him in the corner.
Nigga Taz come in. I ain't gonna say shit. The end of the joint, leak everything. So like, all right.
Bro, I need I already know the projects. Thank you, Lake Arbors in the summer, so I'll be waiting for that.
Yeah.
But he gave us he fake gave us the rundown though of everything that was coming from the squad. He said he got the sneaky joint with Taz.
That's the secondhand cuts.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just a little bit, good gas. I'm interested in a few more questions that I can let y'all get out. I know y'all probably like, man, these niggas is rapping.
Straight.
Y'all as collaborators, like we sort of skimmed over that. How does it come together? Like, how do y'all work? Because you said the thing about him making the beat for you. Now he's the first one to hear your beats. How does that relationship work between the two of y'all to be able to make music together?
Say that again.
How does the relationship between the two of y'all work for like actually making music? Because I feel like it has to be something.
I'm just always with this nigga, basically.
Yeah, it's basically my little brother.
Hey, stop playing. Stop playing.
Yikes.
You like to relax. You like to relax.
But yeah, a lot of lit nights. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's funny because I was always with Sabago and my boy Nelly, and John was always there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, yo, I be looking back at pictures, like old pictures, and I'm like, this nigga John was there all my life, son.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I got like super close.
Yeah, a lot of lit nights, you know what I'm saying? Drunk talk, like, no, bro. We gonna do this shit.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? That's really where it just comes to, you know what I'm saying, the brotherhood.
And it's really wild because like me and Chuck were talking about it like before y'all got here, how like we've known y'all since like high school.
Yeah.
Like we was all youngins, and I was just like, they do music now?
Yeah.
It's like, it was really wild, and I was just going back, like, doing my homework on y'all, and I was just like, son, these little niggas did music. We didn't know nothing about it. And, like, the whole time, I thought y'all started in high school, but it makes sense, because you said 2010, we had already
Well,
got
I started listening to music in 2010. I started making music probably 2014.
Yeah,
Because y'all left 11.
We graduated 2010.
Yeah,
10,
so,
okay, yeah.
Tunji
12.
11.
Yeah, Tunji was 11. And you know, it's funny, the original tape name was supposed to be called Unexpected, because nobody was expecting this.
That's the motherfucking truth.
But then we decided to turn it to We Working, because we just wanted to let people see what we were working with. Like, literally all we had was a mic, a little interface, you know what I'm saying, and the little stand in his laptop. You know what I'm saying? We was working right from the room. There was no big studios and nothing like that. Like, everything was done right there. So we were like, okay, You can literally, is no excuse not to make good music in any circumstance.
Yeah, that was my
at
first
this point,
time.
especially during this time.
Yeah, my first time recording somebody, mixing, vocals. A lot of first times with that project.
Yeah, engineering.
Yeah.
So you engineered the jump too?
Yeah.
Mix and master, all this.
Yeah.
Wow. You guys are on the way, man.
Appreciate that.
No bullshit.
Sound good, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like the jump sound good.
Yeah, damn. Every time I think I have some, niggas be like, "Wow, just throwing me for a loop with
I'm
these."
saying, Tom, like, I was mute for a lot of this interview. Like, I just let you get your shit
with these new revelations. Wow. So you did all of that work.
Yeah. A lot of going back and forth with this nigga. I got
Yeah.
so many tracks.
I mean, like, this is so like, I be a perfectionist. I be a perfectionist when it comes to how I want it to sound.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying?
He be off his Diddy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get my focus right.
Like, you know what? Scratch the track. He ain't doing it.
So I'm curious, as the person who's doing, I'm about to say, as the person who's minus the coke. As the person who's doing the engineering and as the person who's being the perfectionist, how does that battle incur? Because that's what I want to know. Like, that's what I'm talking about with the collaboration.
Charles
Like,
doesn't even interfere with our conversations anymore. He's the perfectionist.
Wow.
Hey.
Yeah, like the way it works is like there's a lot of times where like when he makes beats, it's like, oh, I want you to do this, or I want you to do that, and there's a lot of time when my lyrics, he's like, yeah, you don't say that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to say it. You gotta change that up. So like it's sometimes it's a battle. And then sometimes it's just like, damn, we just made some, you know? I would say it's more that than when we, you know what I'm saying, bump heads or anything like that. I don't really think we even bump heads. It's just like, he just gets tired of working on the same songs over again. That's probably because of me. You know? He's tired of listening to these things. Like, I got 20 versions of that album.
Like 20 versions of Best Friend. Don't say.
so how do you decide which one? Like, as someone who's a perfectionist, how do you be like, all right, this is the one the world gets? Because if you got 20 versions, it gotta hurt you to hear that. Like, maybe there's one that maybe.
You know, the thing for me is we already know his beats are good. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows if I can do music or not. So it's like, you gonna make my shit sound good. That's one thing. And then on top of that too, like, you know, the whole concept we work in, like, we all like when we listen to certain artists, you know what I'm saying? Like, whether you listening to Beyonce or stuff like that, you like the end product, but you may not like Beyonce when you listening to her in the studio. She may be telling your ass 30 times that she want to do something. And that's something that, you know what I'm saying, not even just him, but anybody will have to learn if they're going to work professionally with different artists. You love the ending product, but you don't know how to get there. Sometimes the person that you're working with is a pain in the ass, you know, and when you hear it at the end of the day, it's gonna be magic. So that's the way I saw it. It was like, and it was his first time engineering at the same time and recording vocals, so he did a damn good job.
Truly. Wow, this is y'all doing some shit, man.
For the first, like,
y'all doing some shit. Yeah, the first. Are you guys, now this is just personal, are you guys satisfied with the outcome of your work on this first project?
Hell yeah. I fuck with that shit. I was listening to it a lot, and I was surprised, honestly, how good it came out.
Dave, talk to me.
I wasn't all the way satisfied, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Till now, I still hear certain things like, oh, damn, that don't sound right.
Yeah.
But
I know the last song, don't say.
But at the end of the day, like, I'm appreciative of everybody's reaction. You know, it's like, damn, y'all like this? Like, it's funny because we hit people up all the time, every time, like, they post it, and we tell people, like, yo, give me your top 3, like, what's your top 3 songs? And everybody's top 3 is completely different.
Yeah.
Like, it could be the same 3 songs, but in a different order. It could be a completely different set. And it's like, dang, they actually like everything.
Yeah.
So that's really what makes me feel good at the end of the day. I just know that at the end of the day, we got to keep progressing. So what we do next, you know what I'm saying, he gonna have his own studio eventually. Whole setup, everything, like everything's gonna get better. I'm gonna get better. He's gonna get better. Production's gonna get better. Marketing, everything is gonna get better. So it's a great first start. You know what I'm saying? They see what we had to work with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Hey man, shit. Yeah, shit.
Got fan in me, bro.
I'm about to say, you got me. You got me. Hey, we working.
You know?
I'm glad I brought you on the band. Like,
I'm here for the good music, and like I said, it wasn't a lot of rah rah. It was no rah rah actually. Like, it's actually my speed. Like it's wintertime. Like everybody relax a little bit.
get you a little fupa talk, you know.
I'm just saying, like that's a bar, buddy. That is a bar.
Head fupa gang.
King Fupa. I'm fooling. We already told us what's coming next, so listen. If you don't listen, if you didn't hear what's coming, let's rewind this part of the episode about like 30 minutes back. He told y'all, he gave you a very detailed list. Yeah. But for people who like me are new to the experience, want to get more, how do we get in contact with you, find your music, tell us.
At JohnnyJon _ so JohnNYJON _ on Twitter, Instagram. That's the only shit I'm on. And JohnnyJon is my artist name.
I just go by GKD on Apple Music or artist, period. And then on Instagram, it's the Great King David, spelled out normally, no underscores. And then on Twitter, it's just Great King David.
Huh? All right.
I'll tie in with these good men.
Yeah, tie in with you. These guys.
You do music, holler at them.
You got like these guys. You might want to get it now before it gets the price goes up. I'm just trying to tell you, like it might be. I've heard the songs. They're really good. You might wanna fuck with the guys before they like, nah, nigga. I need a check.
This 2020 rollout looking a little different.
They doing it for the love now. I don't know how long because when the shit's good, you guys, it's quite good. It's quite good.
And it's a different type of sound. Yeah. So this might get picked up on a different scale than other people. This might
be the I miss Sweden doing concerts that you never heard of, buddy.
And it's just like, where JohnnyJon at? Europe.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we need. Something different. Something different. But once again, thank y'all for coming through. Appreciate y'all.
Live fast, gotta live large. It don't really matter what's the cost. Told me, boy, better proceed with caution. Cause you know the loving comes with problems. I solve them. I don't know what happened, but a nigga fully tapped in. All them other niggas has-beens. Leave them niggas in the past tense. Yeah.
Keep going.
Body looking like an Ashton. Paparazzi cameras flashing. Got the money steady stacking. And the drip is never lacking. Yeah. Girl, your loving full of passion. Got the lights, camera, action. Talk to me with your accent. Cause you know I love the accent.
Hey, Dave. 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 JKD. JKD. I know your ass baby, bro.